Planning a trip to Mykonos and wondering how to visit Delos? Delos is one of Greece's most important archaeological sites, yet many visitors don't realize that going there requires a bit of planning. There are several ways to get there from Mykonos, each offering a different experience, from independent exploration to guided visits and full-day cruises. I'm Chrysula, a local here in Greece, and in this video I'm breaking down exactly how to visit Delos from Mykonos, whether you want to go on your own, join a guided tour, or combine Delos with a cruise to Rhenia. By the end of this video, you'll know which option is right for you, what to expect on the day, and how to plan it without confusion. The first way to visit Delos is by going on your own, using the regular boat that departs from the old port of Mykonos. The boat ride itself takes around 30 minutes. Once you're on Delos, you should plan to spend at least 2 hours to walk through the main archaeological site and visit the museum. There are several departures during the day, as well as multiple return boats from Delos back to Mykonos. You can stay on the island for as long as you like, just make sure you don't miss the last boat back. Once you arrive, you explore the site independently, without a guide and completely at your own pace. I will leave the current cost of the boat and the entrance ticket to the archaeological site linked in the description below, since prices can change. This option is ideal if you enjoy exploring on your own, want full flexibility with your time, or you're looking for a more budget-friendly way to visit Delos. Keep in mind that Delos is completely uninhabited. There is very little shade, walking distances are long, and facilities are extremely limited. So good walking shoes, water and sun protection are essential. The second way to visit Delos is by joining a guided tour. You take the same boat from the old port of Mykonos and the ride to Delos takes about 30 minutes. But instead of exploring on your own, you are guided through the site by a licensed guide. Once you arrive, the tour begins with an introduction to Delos and its importance as a sacred island in ancient Greece. As you walk through the ruins, your guide brings the site to life, explaining what you're seeing and how the city once functioned. You will explore key landmarks like the Temple of Apollo, walk down the ancient main street toward the old market area, and visit houses such as the House of Dionysius, known for its impressive mosaics. You will also see monumental structures like marble columns, wall paintings, and the ancient theatre of Delos. This option is ideal if this is your first visit, or if you want context, storytelling, and a deeper understanding of what Delos actually was, not just what it looks like today. Most guided tours include the round-trip boat ticket, entrance to the archaeological site and museum, and the guide itself. I will leave a link to my recommended guided tour in the description below so you can check availability and current prices. Just keep in mind that, like option 1, Delos is fully exposed to the sun with uneven terrain and a lot of walking, so comfortable shoes, water and sun protection are essential. The third way to visit Delos is by joining a day cruise that combines Delos with Rhenia. This option is less about logistics and more about the overall experience. Sailing, swimming, food and history all in one day. There are 2 main versions of this cruise. Some tours depart from Mykonos town, usually the old port, first stopping at Rhenia for swimming and lunch and then continuing on to Delos. Others leave from Agios Ioannis, visit Delos first and then head to Rhenia afterwards for swimming and relaxation. No matter the route, all of these cruises include a freshly prepared lunch or barbecue on board, drinks throughout the day, and time to swim in crystal clear waters using snorkeling gear. When the boat stops at Delos, you have 2 choices. You can join a guided tour of the archaeological site, usually offered as an optional add-on, or explore Delos on your own. And if you don't want to visit Delos at all, you can simply stay on board while the boat anchors in a nearby bay and enjoy the sea. After Delos, or before, depending on the route, the cruise continues to Rhenia, a quiet, uninhabited island with beautiful waters, perfect for swimming, snorkeling and slowing down. This option is ideal if you want to combine history with relaxation, enjoy being on the water and turn your Delos visit into a full, enjoyable day rather than a strictly archaeological one. I will leave links to my recommended Delos and Rhenia cruises in the description below, where you can see the different departure points, what's included and whether a guided visit to Delos is right for you. Before you go, there are a few practical things to keep in mind that can really affect your experience. Delos is completely uninhabited with very little shade and a lot of walking over uneven terrain. Comfortable walking shoes, sun protection and plenty of water are essential. Visits to Delos are weather dependent. Strong winds or rough seas can lead to delays or cancellations, especially on smaller boats and cruises, so it's always a good idea to check conditions the day before. If you're visiting in summer, early morning or late afternoon are the most comfortable times to be on the island. Midday heat can be intense, particularly during July and August. Plan to spend at least 2 hours on Delos to see the main archaeological site and the museum. If you're joining a cruise or a guided tour, always check how much actual time is allocated for Delos. During high season, tours and boat tickets sell out quickly, sometimes days in advance. If Delos is on your must-see list, booking ahead is highly recommended. Facilities on the island are extremely limited, so arrive prepared and don't rely on buying supplies once you're there. Finally, always keep track of your return time. Whether you're visiting independently or as part of a cruise, missing the last boat back to Mykonos is something you definitely want to avoid. If you want full flexibility and prefer exploring at your own pace, visiting Delos on your own from the old port of Mykonos is the simplest option. If this is your first time on Delos and you want to truly understand what you're seeing, a guided tour is the best choice. You will get context, history and a much deeper appreciation of the site. And if you're looking to combine culture with relaxation, swimming and great food, a Delos and Rhenia day cruise turns your visit into a full experience on the water, with the option to visit Delos or simply relax on board. I've left all the practical links in the description below, including boat schedules, my recommended guided tour and the Delos and Rhenia cruises, so you can compare options and book in advance, especially if you're visiting during high season. If this video helped you plan your trip, don't forget to like and subscribe for more practical travel tips around Greece. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye!